Welcome to Nutty Buddy Entertainment. The good.
That's okay. That's good. That's all right. That's okay.
So you mentioned one of your goods already, Brian, which was oh man, Gordon. Okay.
Yep.
Do you have another good?
Yeah, the Batmobile. I thought that was really good, especially coming off of the Nolan Batmobile. You know, first seeing that on screen, you're just blown away, especially with like the chase scene. But this one, they did a good job of adapting like a new kind of style for it, especially him. You know, we're not seeing a Bruce using his family money to, you know, get all this tech and stuff, but just kind of like he's building it himself in the garage. That was a great one. I've even got the Lego set up on the top shelf for that bad boy.
That's nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. I as well liked the Batmobile. It was really awesome. The chase scene, which we haven't talked about yet, but that was really well done. The only thing I wish they wouldn't have done in the trailers was spoil how that scene was going to end.
Yeah.
That should probably be a bad, right? Like that bad on you guys. You shouldn't have shown, because that was awesome.
No, yeah, I think. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you 100%. I was kind of let down. I was almost thinking that would be a little bit of a misdirect and they'd have kind of like a little bit different of the ending for that scene. Because I think they did some like photos and stuff where it wasn't even in the movie. He just wanted people not to know everything. But yeah, all in all, good. A lot of movies do that. They put in that in the trailer. It's like, why?
Yeah, it's a money shot.
Give us, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, I was just going to say, I read, I don't remember where it was or who it was, but I read a review of this, like one of the bigger websites, and they mentioned that shot, and it was like, wow, that was the best shot in the movie. And the way they wrote it, it was kind of like, wow, this is the first time I'd seen it. And I'm like, come on, it was in all the trailers.
Right? No, it's true. It's true. Yeah. Yep. Chris, what's one of your goods?
I'm going to say Paul Dano was good. I don't know if he was great. There's just still a little bit to me of, I don't know if it's fair to really say Heath Ledger Joker, but like, there's just a little bit of it where it's not entirely original. Like he's just kind of like a weird guy, you know? I thought like his plan was really good. And I guess I'll just say what I was going to say earlier. I think his plan to where he was killing people, I thought it was grounded. I didn't love that it culminated with him like blowing up all the dams and like flooding the city. I thought that went a little over the top based on what was happening previously, because it was like he's striking out at the corruption of the city. He feels left out because he was supposed to be taken care of as an orphan. And, you know, the money was being siphoned away by criminals and gangsters and the authority figures that were supposed to look out for people like him. And so it made sense that it was like, yeah, he was killing off corrupt people. And then it turned into like just kind of like a big villain plot. I liked where it was, how it culminated with him in the stadium, and he had like his army of internet followers. Like I liked that well enough. I just thought, you know, it made sense how it worked with like Batman becoming like a true hero, but I just thought it was a little much for what he had been doing previously. So that stays good for me. Also, I don't even hear Ave Maria anymore.
no, I actually agree with you. I felt the same way. Like cool kind of like concept of like putting the Zodiac killer, by the way, in the back, because that's the vibes I got. But it kind of reminded me of Heath Ledger's performance, and I just like, you know, even though that I understand what they were kind of going for, it was like, it's neat when you get to see like the villains be their own individuals. So even though the Riddler, he's a little bit more goofy, right? Like that's who he's been. And they don't really show that side of him because they're trying to be more grounded and serious. But then what you end up with is are we just going to have a bunch of Jokers running around? Like everyone's trying to act all psychotic and whatever. And I don't want that. Like, you know, I want the differences in villains, but so I'm with you. I had the Riddler as good for the same exact reason, because there's a tad bit of him that reminded me like he was trying to outdo Heath Ledger's Joker, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where they go with the Joker, since we had that little teaser with them, because even in that cell, he was kind of more of the voice of reason for the Riddler. So what kind of Joker are we going to get in the future? Because even if, we'll see, I guess.
That's great. By the way, I forgot to add that as one of the greats was the Joker showing up. And that's my favorite villain. I will always like, don't you tell me we don't need more of the Joker. I'm sorry. Like, you can't tell a Batman story without the Joker, because that's the complete, like, they're just the opposites, yin and yang. You need them both. But I loved how he connected with the Riddler too. He's so manipulative that he's like, you know how I get this guy in my back pocket? I'm going to use a riddle, and then he and I are going to be friends. I'm just like, that is such a Joker move. So actually, I wanted to add that as a great, like, anyway. How did you guys feel about the Joker showing up?
Well, I guess I would save. I might save it for Batman.
Okay. Oh, well, we might not be friends.
I actually also have that in my bag.
Oh, we're gonna have a debate about it, but
that's very nitpicky stuff. But yeah.
Oh no, okay. Yeah. We'll talk about that when we get there. Okay. Then. Let's see. Brian, you got another good?
Let's see here. Oh, I really like the voiceover that he did in the beginning of the movie, where he's like going through his journal, kind of like giving his perspective of, you know, like, I haven't slept for this long. I'm becoming a nocturnal animal. I have to write this journal just to, you know, make sure I'm still human inside. So I don't know. We never really got that perspective of Batman. I thought it brought a lot of depth to the character.
Yeah, I like that too. I like how it also gave us like a frame of reference of that movie took place in like 7 days or whatever, 6-7 days. So yeah, I like the journal as well. Chris, another good?
Let's go with maybe I'm going to be contradicting myself a little bit, because I said he was a great Batman. I think he was a good Bruce Wayne. And I guess I just praised the movie for reminding us that he's a weirdo, but maybe it's just very different. It's just very different how he's been portrayed, because he's such a weirdo and like such a loner, and he's like barely able to function in society. It's kind of just like, why would anyone? I guess maybe the only people he does interact with is Alfred, because like he shows up to the funeral and people are like, whoa, that's Bruce Wayne. Yeah. It's just, I'd say it's good, not great, just a very different portrayal of Bruce Wayne that's been seen before, because he's not the billionaire playboy. He's a total recluse.
Yeah. I almost want to say we didn't get to see Bruce Wayne at all in this movie. Yeah. It was just focusing on the Batman, which I appreciate, because, you know, it's going to be hard to top the, you know, self-aware Bruce Wayne we got in like The Dark Knight and Batman Begins. But yeah, because he's at the point where he's just like, I don't want anyone to ever think of like Bruce Wayne. That's not what they need. They need Batman. And just getting the perspective of just like the Batman trying to, you know, save the city when actually Bruce Wayne can do a better job. That's why I'm looking forward to the next movies to see how that is, because I think he's finally getting a glimpse of, okay, the city needs something more than just vengeance. So
yeah, that's true. Go ahead, Chris.
No, it's kind of like I said, it's good, it's different. It's just sort of like important for the difference between the two, because I think it's in the Year One comic. Like, there's a lot of like coincidences where he becomes a suspect in various crimes, and basically him just being like the drunk playboy, like, throws off the cops. So just based historically, there kind of does need to be that, like, there's no way this guy is Batman, right? And I guess maybe him being a recluse that is never seen in public might be suspicious. I don't know. I trust them to do a good job with it. But
yeah, we're actually going to talk a little bit more about Bruce Wayne because that's part of my ugly. Actually, we'll get into that a little bit more.
Okay.
But one of my uglies. But yeah, I saw what they were doing with Bruce Wayne though. I get what they were trying to do for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Any other good guys?
Carmine Falcone was good.
Yeah.
Not great, but he was good. Subdued. I mean, he was really evil. He turned out to be really evil, but just good portrayal, good characterization. So
yeah, that whole story was good too, right? Go ahead, Brian.
Oh, did you guys like the storyline with Selena and like Falcone throughout it?
Yeah.
So that's based off like the Halloween comics, right? With Batman.
Yeah, the Long Halloween.
Yeah.
Long Halloween. Yeah. So I didn't see that coming actually. So it was kind of like a nice little twist. I did like it.
Same. And yeah, I liked how it kept her in a lot of the movie too. So yeah.
Okay. Any other good then? That it? Okay, let's get into
we're in the nitpicks.
Let's get into some of the nitpick stuff.